Right, so I'm gonna tell you why Dontay London's videos only do well for him. Okay, so a lot of you guys probably don't know who this Dontay London guy is, and he's basically this YouTuber who started just vlogging his life, recording about his job, about YouTube, how much he makes, and now he's telling people that you need to copy his titles, and you're gonna get this amazing, lavish, luxurious lifestyle. But basically, what I wanted to tell you guys is that he's telling you guys to copy his titles, copy his videos word for word, and honestly, that is just not the way to go. Obviously, there are exceptions, right? So you could do this to some extent, and maybe you do get video views. But ultimately, there's gonna be a point where your channel is just gonna stop getting views, right? Because they just see that you're pretty much just regurgitating content and advice that was already out there on YouTube. So I'm not saying not to take inspiration, because obviously you could take inspiration from people, from anyone that you want. And I'm not over here, trying to hate on Dontay London. Obviously YouTube is finally pushing out his content to the point where he's making revenue from YouTube, which is honestly really cool. And I just think you need to take YouTube a little bit more serious than that, right? Because you can't just be copying people every single video, because then at some point people are just going to see you as a copycat, right? So take inspiration. Yes, maybe take inspiration from the titles and try to put your own twist to it. So another reason why I wanted to make a video like this is because one of my videos is starting to kind of be on the rise in terms of views, and specifically talking about this YouTuber. So if I pull up my YouTube studio right now, I'll show you guys what the comments say, and honestly, they're very insightful. For a lot of you guys that are commenting on the video, I really appreciate those insights. For the majority of people commenting, they are agreeing with me. There was a comment that I just recently replied to, which is, kind of giving his input, which I 100% agree. Don't get me wrong. I'm not over here, like I said, hating on Dontay London. I'm just pretty much telling you guys to make your own channel your own, right? Don't go out there copying people. Sure, you could take inspiration, but don't copy people. That is where a lot of people get it wrong, because at some point you're going to run out of ideas. At some point you're going to run out of things to say. And if the video ideas don't come from your own brain or your own heart, you really won't have anything valuable to give to your audience. Okay, so let me go through one comment right here and just let me know if you guys agree with the person. This guy pretty much said exactly what I was talking about. He said, I don't like his teachings. Let me rephrase that. I can't even speak today. I don't like he's teaching people to steal titles. It's nothing original. It's going to destroy YouTube if everyone just steals each other's titles and content. It's a dirty game. And obviously I agree with that, right? If at some point everyone is just copying their YouTube videos, then you're just going to end up with a bunch of copycats in this YouTube space. And obviously we want original content. We don't want copycats. But that is just one of the comments. Another one that I got was, it says right here, I am right there with you. We all need to find our own way. I'm locked in. New sub. Let's support one another. So I greatly appreciate this YouTuber who agrees with everything that I said in that video about Dontay London. And yes, we just need to stop copying each other's videos. It's not original, right? We could just take inspiration. And honestly, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take inspiration, because there's nothing wrong with inspiration. If something inspires us and motivates us to, do well or follow a specific dream or types of videos, then by all means we should be doing that. But we should never be copying people word for word. And I'm not too sure, I'm being honest, I'm not too sure if Dontay has maybe updated his way of thinking and saying not to copy him. But in a way, I feel like he is still telling people, to just record pretty much the same thing over and over, which is not bad, right? But it's like at some point, people need to fend for themselves. If I show people a specific way to paint a canvas or paint a picture, they need to experiment themselves in how to paint, color theory, mixing colors, different abstracts, different ways of painting. They shouldn't just copy me, because then they're just going to be a lesser version of me, right? So we shouldn't be doing that. Okay, let me go through another comment. And this one agrees with me too. This YouTuber says, I totally agree. I like his content, but to be honest, you should be original and authentic. Okay, so I think that one is based towards me, right? So it's true. Even this YouTuber is saying the same thing. You should be original and authentic. And that is one of the keywords that I want my channel to be founded upon. I want that to be the foundation of my channel, to be original and authentic. Authentic, probably the number one. And genuine feelings, I guess. I just want to be this YouTuber that is authentic and genuine with everything that I do, because I don't want to paint you guys a picture that's not real. I want to paint you guys a picture that is so true that it's real life, right? So thank you for that comment. I totally agree with it 100%. There's this other one, and this one was a bigger comment, which is kind of I guess more leaning into defending Dontay, but I totally agree with him. Okay, so it starts with this. So I agree with you to an extent. So he agrees with me to an extent. He says, what you are saying is correct, but Dontay was just telling people to get on and make long videos that are about your life and what may have worked for you to give you finances. Yes, I totally agree with that. Dontay is saying that, to make longer videos and talk about your life and, your work and, what has worked for your finances. I agree with that 100%. Okay, and then the title thing was just to let people know that YouTube is looking for certain titles and words to push their content. Okay, yes, that is entirely true. YouTube does look for similar titles because they know they work, and they're pushing it out because if people have watched a lot of other videos with that same title, YouTube is more likely to recommend that to other people looking for that same title. Okay, I agree with that. Yes, 100%. But we need to dig a little deeper. Okay, let's say once the audience finds those channels with the same titles, are the words inside that video gonna actually provide value to people, or are they just gonna be regurgitated information like how I said earlier? That is where I will step in and say, we need to actually make videos that we want to make, not just go ahead and copy other channels for the sake of copying channels, because at some point we're going to copy and copy until we can't take it no more. We're going to get tired and we're just going to abandon the whole mission, right? So we need to make videos that we're passionate about. If you're passionate and you're truly passionate about talking about YouTube or your life, then you're just going to keep going and you're going to create your own channels out of your own brain. You're going to know how to create channels that you want, video titles that you're going to want to create. I'm not just constantly going on YouTube and being, okay, what's the next big title? Oh, this is a good title. Let me copy it and paste it to my video. No, that is the wrong mentality. For me, I sit down and I brainstorm. Okay, what's a good topic that I want to talk about? And just for example, let me give you guys a topic that I wrote down that I'm going to soon talk about, because, I've said I keep a list of all the topics that I talk about. And I wanted to talk about how to gain a viewer's trust, right? So that just authentically came from my heart. As I was sitting down and brainstorming, I was like, okay, what are some good things that I want to talk about that I won't be copying no one else? So that topic just came to me, how to gain a viewer's trust. And I'll get more into that topic, obviously, later on in the video. But basically, it's true, right? We want to gain the viewer's trust. What does it matter if I'm over here talking, but you guys don't really trust the word I'm saying? No, I am here to tell you guys that I am 100% authentic. I am 100% genuine. And in that way, I want to gain your trust because you guys are my viewers. You guys are my audience. And I want to create a community where we could all just grow together, right? So, look, I'm a real dude. I have Prime bottles, right? As much as a lot of people don't like Logan Paul. And, I kept these 4 Prime bottles because I just think they're very cool, very limited edition Prime bottles, right? You could still find them, but obviously I want to keep these around just because I really like their design. And so these are the only 4 Prime bottles that I have in my collection. Not that I collect Prime bottles, but I kept these 4 because I just like them. And right, I'm a real dude. Look, my knee sleeves are right here from the gym. I just left it right here on my table. Like, I'm a real dude with real feelings, and I love to relate to people, and I would love to get to talk to you guys soon, right? One-on-one, so that we could just become friends. But I digress. I just want to say, don't copy other people's channels. So that's pretty much what the whole Dontay London situation is. And don't get me wrong, he's striving to become an even better YouTuber, which is cool. I totally appreciate the hustle. And let me just talk about something that recently happened in his channel. And a lot of people were kind of giving him this constructive backlash. Okay, I know it sounds very contradictory, constructive backlash, but it's true. So let me go ahead and click on this video right here just so I can read some of the comments. But it's pretty much saying YouTube paid me my biggest check ever. Okay, that in itself sounds really cool, right? Who doesn't want to have the biggest check ever on YouTube? I want to have a big YouTube check someday. It did fairly well. It has 16,000 views in 3 days, so that's pretty good. Okay, so let me just go on to what happened in this video. So as usual, Dontay London, likes to update us with his revenue, which is really cool. Nothing bad about that. But what a lot of people started seeing wrong was that he took out $5,000, right? So physical money, he took out $5,000, and he was just kind of saying like, oh yeah, and there's nothing to be, there's nothing bad about appreciating your success or your hard work paying off. But a lot of people were kind of giving him this constructive criticism like, bro, be careful with what you show online. Be careful with flashing money or flexing your money. Be careful with telling people how much you have on you or how much you have or how much you're making, especially since he likes to show pretty much kind of the area where he lives, and he has a kid, he has a wife now, and he bought a new truck, and basically people are telling him, hey, don't show all this stuff on YouTube. Work in silence. Be humble and work in silence. Keep your mouth shut. Don't show the YouTube audience all these things. Because, and I totally agree with them, there are a lot of evil people out there that are just watching you, right? So God forbid they know where he lives, and God forbid they live in the same area. So imagine next time they see him and they're evil people, they're gonna rob him. And that was the concern of a lot of people on YouTube here in his comment section. They were pretty much just telling him, hey bro, you gotta be careful. You gotta just not show that money because people are probably going to be looking out for you, which is right. We can't put all of our trust in YouTube like that. There is a lot of evil people out there. So my words to Dontay London would just be, hey man, just take it easy. I get you're excited. I would be really excited too, but you need to be smart, right? If you have all that cash, you don't tell people how much you have or how much you're making. Just be like, hey, YouTube was a great success, and I'll leave it at that. And just continue pumping out content in a different way. I get that you're eager, Dontay, to really express yourself, and that's cool. But you gotta be smarter, my guy. You gotta be smarter. Look at this one. This comment says, "Are your doors locked? Jumping out of the car like that." Right? So I believe in one part of his video, he was, getting so emotional that he just got out of his car. And if his doors were unlocked, can you imagine if someone just saw that money and said, "You know what? I'm gonna rob this guy right now." Boom, opens the door. It's crazy. We don't, this world that we're living in is crazy. And look at this comment. "Will someone please tell this young man to please not flash money all over YouTube or any social media platforms, because you never know who's tracking and watching your every move." Right? It's so true. And we just got to be more careful, especially you, Dontay London. And with that being said, that's all I have for today. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.